Hi guys, I am here today participating in another open collab that I was asked to join. This is hosted by Creating with Jovi and Sassy Southern NC Girl, and it is a paper doll open collab using some of the kit that Jovi has created. I only printed out a couple sheets of it. I don't actually have a printer, and I went to the library to do this, so I printed out my personal favorite sheets of them. So I'm going to show you what they are so far, or what I have so far, and then what I'm going to do with them. I've done a couple prep ahead of time, because otherwise this video would have been very long and kind of boring at parts. So I did some things off camera, so let's get to the kit. So I chose to print off these 2 pages. These are some of the beautiful paper dolls that were on these sheets, and there were several sheets of beautiful women and several sheets of really cool like backgrounds, scenes that you can use to create things with your paper dolls. And these were the ones I liked. This page a lot. The ones that are cut out, I will show you. Those are the ones that we will be using today. So there's just all kinds of girls from different eras and in different dresses and attire. And these, I guess, are a little bit more modern, but she also has some from older times. So yeah, these were the pages that I chose. And here are the dolls that we are going to use. I liked the colorful, loud ladies from the 70s and 80s. So I picked her, and her, and her. And I guess she's not so colorful and loud, but I like her outfit. It reminds me of the 70s. And her definitely reminds me of the 80s. And then her dress, this reminds me of the 70s. So I have a paper pack with this really bright paper, and I thought that it would go perfect with the ladies that I chose, plus the background page that I chose, which I'm going to get to in a second. And also I'm using brown. We're going to make tags. So yeah, we're going to make some tags. I chose this brown paper that I have to be kind of the background of the tags, because it's a high contrast color with them, and it looks good with them. Also, I did a lot of die cutting of things that just kind of reminded me of something that's like groovy. And also, I don't know if you can tell, but I did use my embossing, a couple embossing folders. This was just like a bunch of circles and like rings. And then I have another one that, let's see if I can find a good, probably can't since I cut them out, but it was, like, flowers, like groovy looking flowers. But I punched out these really cool looking bubbles and feathers and some fun flowers and some, little tags that just kind of look groovy. And another one, and I did them on this with the same colors and paper that I used for the ladies, and we're gonna cut these out. I cut out I don't like the fussy cut, so I didn't worry about, you know, getting in between her arms and stuff. I'm just gonna cut around the ladies, and those will be the main focal point of our tags. So here's all the stuff that I die cut, and the brown paper that's going to be the base. And then now for the big reveal of my favorite page of her whole collection. This. How cool is this? I love the colors, and it's so groovy and fun, and there's mountains and rainbows and fun clouds and a river and some fun trees, and it's super cool looking. So this, along with this, are going to be the base of our tags, and then we will put the ladies on and put some of these fun die cuts in the background areas. So first of all, let's just get started cutting the ladies out. So I don't like to fussy cut. I'm not the best fussy cutter. But I didn't want to do this off camera, because then I felt like the video might really not be that long at all. And also there's a lot of people that are joining in this, and also it's an open collab. If you want to go get Jovi's kit, it is linked in the description box, and you can download it on Etsy. And if you look at the other ladies' videos that are part of this collab that are tagged below, you can see the full kit in its entirety. Okay, so we got the green one almost finished. Okay. Alright, there we go. There's her. And put these to the side somewhere. My desk is a mess. And now cut out this lady. I know there are people out there that like to fussy cut, that like to watch people fussy cut, and that is just not me. If you're one of the ones that likes the fussy cut and you're just like, you know, very critical of the way that I'm doing it, I'm sorry to disappoint, but it works for me. Okay, once we cut around her shoes, it will be all done. Alright, there we go. Oh, that's a little pointy. There we go. So there's number 2. And then let's get number 3. This collab goes through the month of October. I am a little late in getting mine out. Just haven't really been in the mood for making videos. But I have to get this done. And I am finally motivated. Okay, and then the business professional. That's what she reminds me of. She definitely owned her own company in her time. Maybe she still does. And that's the cool thing about these dolls. You can give them whatever life you want to give them. Use your imagination. Each of these dolls has a story. And it's up to you to write them. Alrighty, and then we just got the last one, this fun rocker chick. I feel like me and her would be best friends. Her hair was very hard to cut out. Alrighty, there we go. Finally. My thumb is starting to twitch doing that. Okay, let's throw this stuff in the trash. And now, let's, I might not have brought enough brown paper out. These tags are not going to be uniform. Okay, there's one for her. And let's see. This one can be a little thinner. Yeah, like that. So there's two. This I'm just gonna kind of eyeball, cut it in half. 3, 4. And let me get another piece of brown paper. Okay. And you're gonna be for you. So make you that tall. Okay. This paper isn't the best quality cardstock. It has a lot of wispies, but that's okay. Okay, so this girl, I do want to cut the white edges off of this paper. And now the last one. Okay. Now this one I'm not going to, actually I can, because I'm not going to be using the whole thing. So let's just see about, cut you right there. And this one, I'm gonna cut to the same size. So what size is this? About two, almost, yeah, we'll cut it right there. Okay, that's good. And that one is about the same size as that one, so that's perfect. And then, yeah, this one's kind of big. So we'll cut this one about right there. All right, there we go. So I have 5 slices of brown and 5 slices of the kit. And now let's just start building some tags with our fun ladies. All right, let's get all this stuff out of the way. Come on, there we go. Put the ladies out of the way for now. Right now, I am just focused on getting the background of the tags. So this one goes on that one. This one goes on, no, this one goes on this one. That one goes on this one. And this one, I'll split between that one and that one. And these, yes, I think I am going to just rip them in half. So that one's gonna go there. That one's gonna go there. This one, I'm gonna rip kind of a little more like wonky like that. This one, maybe I'll rip along this little line right here. And you can go there. And then I have this one I'm just gonna keep whole. It fits perfect on there. All right, yeah, so this works out. I'm going to glue all of these on and cut away any excess. Like this one has a little excess. This one I'm gonna cut a little bit more. Where are my scissors? So that way they all have the little brown border. And then this one, just cut and a little more on this side. Perfect. Okay, now let's get them glued down. Then we can start adding the ladies and the fun, groovy die cuts. This was a collab that is really not my style. I don't do paper dolls really, but I accepted because I wanted to try something that, you know, is a little bit different, a little bit out of my normal comfort zone. And then once I saw her kit, I was like, holy moly. I am glad that I decided to join this. Sorry, the cat wants in. Come on. Patches. Patches, come on. Okay, sorry, cat interruption. But like, yeah, isn't this kit just beautiful? Ooh, okay, that's an idea. Is this from here? Yeah, I can kind of rip a little. Okay, I like that idea. So I think, actually, I'm gonna rip a little more from this and just have this. Hold on, this one I did have to cut a little bit. So we're gonna cut right there and cut right there. Oh, I cut it a little bit too much. But that's okay. And I cut it not straight, but again, that is okay. Okay, there we go. And then the big one. Perfect. And then this one. Up top. And then this one. Okay, perfect. So now we have our 5 tags. And I forget who went where. I know that you went on a big one. You went on a smaller one. You can go on there, and you can go on there. Actually, no, I think you... There we go. Yeah, so that... Whoops, this is going away. And now, let's just start adding some fun elements. And then she's gonna have a feather kind of sticking out. Something like this. Yeah, I like that. That looks cool. Now this one up here, nope, not orange, pink. Have a pink bubble, or perhaps a couple flowers. Have a like a flower collage going on there. Oh yeah, that looks really cool. I like that a lot. And maybe the bubbles can go right there behind her. Okay, that looks cool. Now, I printed out these tags, or not printed out, I cut out these tags and haven't used them yet. So let's just make this one filled with tags. And where is the green one? Huh, looks like I missed the green star on, or the star on a couple of them. Really? I don't have a green star? Nope, does not look like it. Okay, well, that's okay. And I'll put her just right there. And now this girl, I think I need a big flower and an embossed flower and a feather, little cluster right there, and maybe the green bubbles on hers. There we go. And now this girl, she is gonna have a dark pink feather kind of coming out of her, and actually wait, this blue I think would look better. Yeah, blue feather. And she'll have a green flower down here, and then I can do some bubbles coming off like that, and a pink flower. Yeah, I like that. Actually, I think hers is gonna come off a little bit too. This one's a little bit messed up. Maybe I will, oh wait, I can put you, there we go, yeah. Perfect. Okay, oops, I'm off camera a little bit. Sorry about that. Let's scooch all these up. And then that one. Okay, I think the easiest one to glue first will be this. Hopefully you guys are enjoying my take on Jovi's kit, and how I'm using these groovy ladies that I chose. All right, and now let's get her glued down. Okay, very, very cool. And then what I'm gonna do to finish them off is punch a hole in the middle and use a little bit of twine. And I'm just going to tie it. And there we go. There's the first finished tag. Okay, next we'll go with this one. So glue this little cluster down first. And then the flower, this flower. Get that. And now the feather. Now this is a little bit trickier to glue just because there's so many small spaces. Okay, and now glue the girl down. Perfect. And I'm going to get this off camera so I can move these over a little bit. Okay, let's glue this little flower down. And then the feather. It's about up here. And just rip that so it was easier to tell where I needed to glue. And then this flower. This dark pink paper was the only paper that I did not emboss before cutting. It's just regular cardstock. And then let's get this girl glued down. perfect. Okay. And now we got these two. Okay, rip this. Okay, and then this goes down here. And then we got this pink flower. And the green flower. And then the orange flower. Sorry that this is kind of a longer video. I didn't really think it was going to take me this long, but it did, and that's okay. And now, get her down here. All right, and then the last one is this chick. Big orange flower down here, and the bubbles. Okay, almost ready. Okay, there we go. It's a good thing this glue dries clear, because I sure got it everywhere. All right, and then this is the last girl. And she is gonna go right there. Okay, let's hold her down a little bit. Make sure all this stuff is stuck down. All right, now I'm gonna go around cutting everything off of these that are extra. Oops. And these are covered in glue, so I need to hurry up and get those out of here so they don't get stuck to something. And then the last bit that needs cut, and now I can close my glue. I can get all of these scraps thrown in the garbage. And then we can punch holes in the rest of them. There's one, and two, and three, and then the last one. Okay, now let's cut 4 more strands of twine. Oops, something fell down. 3 and 4. Okay. One, two. Oops. 3. 4 and 5. Oh, there we go. All right, here they all are. Let's get these out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Which one is your favorite? My favorite one, I kind of like her and I like her. I think these two are my favorite. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite, and go check out everyone else that's tagged. Go check out Jovi's kit. That will be linked to her Etsy shop. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye.